I apologize for the bad audio. I do not have my microphones, but I just landed another deal on a camera. I'm going to go pick it up. I think I got a good price on it. I'm really excited about this one. It's a little bit different, but it's the next step in that taking $100, buying some gear, selling the gear, and eventually getting to a Hasselblad. So I'm going to go pick this up from this guy that I found on Facebook Marketplace. I'll show you what I bought here in just a second. All right, guys, so here you go. Mamiya C33 Twin Lens Reflex, medium format. All right, it's not a Hasselblad, but we have got a 6x6 square format, medium format camera. Now, the goal is to buy and sell and work my way up to a Hasselblad, but I think we're gonna have to pause long enough with this camera to put at least one roll of film through it. Okay, so I'm back in my studio and I'm getting super excited about this. I've never owned a twin lens reflex camera before. I played around with it a little bit. I've cleaned it up. It's really in phenomenal condition. It's working, seemingly working correctly. It's just super clean. Now, I know that the goal of this whole project is to buy and sell until we get to a Hasselblad, but I'm a little bit tempted to stop right here. We'll see how this goes with the shooting experience, because we're going to take it out and shoot a roll today. Now, when I get over to the store and buy a roll of film, I may very quickly remember why I don't shoot film anymore. But I'm excited to put a roll of film through this. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Now, I will tell you, I read online that this camera weighs 4.5 pounds. I haven't actually weighed it to tell you that for sure, but that's what I read, and it is heavy. I'm going to put a strap around it, put it around my neck. We're going to walk around a little street antique fair that my wife wants to go to. It should be a lot of fun. Beautiful day here in the Carolinas to do that, but it's heavy, so we're going to deal with that. It also does not have a meter, so I've broke out my handheld meter that I don't use very often. I used to use one of these all the time. Don't use this one very often. I turned it on to make sure it was working, and it is. So we're going to go buy a roll of film, hopefully load this thing correctly, and put a roll of film through it. But I'm excited about this one. Okay, so I'm in beautiful Hendersonville, and we have just parked in a parking garage, and I've been to this town many times, but never been up on this parking garage. The view is beautiful, so that's going to inspire me to take my first shot. Now, keep in mind, I've only got 12 shots, so I got to be kind of picky, but at the same time, 4.5 pounds around my neck might get kind of heavy kind of quickly, so I may take these shots quick and get this camera back to the car. We'll see. Okay, so here we go with the first shot. Let's get a meter reading here real quick. I got Portra 160, but I'm going to rate it at, let's rate it at 120. Let's overexpose just a little bit. And good meter reading. 500 at 8.5. So let's do that. 500. F8.5. Okay, let's see. It is definitely not a fast camera, I will tell you. Okay, here we go. First shot. Boom, success.
How many do you have on there?
12.
So you can't take 5 shots? To make
12
sure
shots, and I can't look at it and see if it works. We're only assuming. All right. Let's move on. One of the things that I'm finding is that right here is the shutter release, and when you pull down on it, it's real easy to kind of pull the camera like this. And I really don't know a way around that. You can put a shutter release cable right here. That might make it a little easier. Of course, if you're on a tripod, that would be good too. But I'm shooting at a 500th of a second in the bright sun, so I'm hoping at 500th of a second, even when I just took the third shot. Holy smoke. That'll be a beauty. And one of the neat things about this camera is that it's got this bellows system that you can rack those bellows way out and end up focusing pretty darn close. I mean, that lens cap is in focus right there. I'm about 8 inches away from it, and it's in focus. So probably a little bit of bellows draw there. Would have to give it a little more exposure to compensate for that, but that's a pretty slick deal with a camera like this. So, a little ode to Vivian Mayer there. She used to take pictures of herself. Definitely a slow camera. I'm not a fast digital shooter, but this is a lot slower than I'm used to for sure.
You guys aren't done yet with that?
I know when to get that.
How do they?
That was a beautiful shot of me taking a beautiful shot of the courthouse, hindered by other people. That's the Hendersonville courthouse, just very pretty on a beautiful day. All right, so let's take these last two shots with you. .125 at 2.8.5. 125. To 8.5. All right, there, I'm in your glasses.
I don't know why, but I always hold my breath when you take my picture.
Okay, so we're gonna loosen that up. I think I've taken it far enough. And just like that, my first roll of film in years. Now we need to take it to the lab, see if we got anything. I'm just looking up a little bit about this camera to give you a little bit of insight and a little history on this camera. The Mamiya C33 is a robust, professional-grade 6x6 medium format twin lens reflex. Produced in Japan from 1965 to 1969. That sounds eerily familiar, except for the Japan part. Reserved as a heavy-duty workhorse, it distinguishes itself from most TLRs by featuring fully interchangeable lenses. And the bellows focusing is for incredibly close macro photography style shots. Unlike most TLRs, the C33 allows you to swap both lenses in the middle of a roll. You don't have to finish a roll to switch the lens. A built-in metal baffle drops down to protect the film when the lenses are detached, and this one has that door in there and it works perfectly fine. The film advance crank automatically cocks the shutter mechanism, which speeds up shooting and is a feature unique to the C33. That's amazing that this was a fast camera back in its day. Alright guys, there you have it. One roll of film through the new C33 that I purchased just recently, which is all part of a process of buying and selling used camera gear until I get enough money to buy a Hasselblad. This is a tempting one to stop at. It was a lot of fun to shoot this thing. Let me know what you think. If you've got any experience with a Twin Lens Reflex or this camera in particular, let me know your thoughts. I appreciate it. I've now put it on sale on Marketplace. I'm asking $250 for it. You know, I paid $160 for it, so we'll see if I get that price. I don't know. I went to Spartan Photo Center and tried to sell it there. They only wanted to give me $150 for it, which I understand. They've got to turn and sell it themselves. What I'm seeing online is that this thing goes for anywhere between $200 and $400. So, I don't know, I'm kind of at the lower end of that. I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to sell it. I just want to make a little bit of money on it and get it into the hands of somebody who's going to appreciate it, use it, and love it. So, I don't know. I appreciate you guys watching. If you could leave me a comment, I would greatly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, think about subscribing and leave me a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys very much. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.